There's going to come a day when you'll look back on this exact moment, the nights you cried, the times you almost quit, and you'll whisper to yourself, "Thank God I didn't give up." Right now, you might feel exhausted, emotionally, mentally, maybe even spiritually. You've been giving everything you've got, yet it feels like nothing is changing. The progress seems invisible, the effort unrewarded, and the dream distant. But here's the truth. It's not gone, it's just growing underground. Every single person who ever built something meaningful faced this moment, the one where quitting looked easier than continuing, but they didn't stop. They trusted that one day their future self would thank them for holding on when it hurt the most. And that's the same choice, standing in front of you right now. You see, growth isn't supposed to feel comfortable. It's supposed to stretch you, challenge you, break you open so you can rebuild stronger. And if you're in pain right now, it's not punishment, it's preparation. You're being shaped into the person capable of handling the life you've been asking for. Your job is not to see the entire staircase. Your job is to take the next step even when it's shaky. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep believing that the struggle you're in today is building the strength you'll need tomorrow. One day, the version of you who made it will look back at this version, the one fighting, hurting, but still standing, and they'll be filled with gratitude because you didn't quit when it was hard. You didn't walk away when it felt hopeless. You kept moving. And that made all the difference. Pain has a way of making you believe that something is wrong, that you've hit the end of the road, that you're not strong enough to keep going. But pain isn't the end. It's the beginning of transformation. It's the breaking point that allows you to rebuild yourself stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Every person who's ever achieved something great has walked through pain, and not just once, but over and over again. The difference between those who rise and those who stop isn't talent or luck. It's the decision to see pain not as a signal to quit, but as proof that growth is happening. When you're in the middle of something difficult, it's hard to see the purpose behind it. You just feel the pressure, the exhaustion, the doubt creeping in. You start questioning why it has to be so hard, why everything feels like it's working against you. But the truth is that resistance is shaping you. It's carving away the parts of you that no longer serve your future. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the moments when everything inside you wants to stop, but you take another step anyway. Pain strips you down to the core of who you are. It tests your commitment to your vision and forces you to face yourself without distractions. It's not there to punish you. It's there to refine you. Think about it. When you lift weights, your muscles tear before they grow stronger. When you face challenges, your character stretches before it becomes unbreakable. The discomfort you're feeling is proof that you're in the process of becoming someone new. The mind loves comfort, and it will convince you to stop the moment things start to hurt. But if you can learn to sit in that discomfort, to breathe through it instead of running from it, you'll discover something powerful. You're capable of far more than you ever thought. Pain shows you your limits, and then it challenges you to move past them. It doesn't block your path, it builds it. Every time you face something that hurts and you choose to keep going, you're creating a version of yourself that's unshakable. It's easy to romanticize success, but nobody talks about the pain that comes with it. The nights of self-doubt, the moments of fear, the feeling of being completely lost. That's the real path to success. It's not straight, it's not easy, and it's not glamorous. It's filled with moments where you'll want to quit. But if you can remember that pain is temporary and growth is permanent, you'll keep moving forward. You won't always understand why you're going through something until much later when you look back and realize that every painful experience taught you something essential. Every heartbreak, every failure, every disappointment pushed you closer to who you were meant to become. What feels like breaking is really your old self falling away to make room for something greater. Pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. And if you learn to listen to it, it will lead you exactly where you're supposed to go. When life gets hard, it's natural to look for someone to come and fix it, to save you, to make it easier, to tell you everything will be okay. But the truth is, nobody is coming. Nobody can fight your battles, nobody can chase your dreams for you, and nobody can live your life. The moment you truly understand that it's all on you is the moment you take your power back. It's not about isolation or pride, it's about ownership. Your life changes the second you stop waiting for help and start acting like the hero of your own story. We've been conditioned to believe that someone else will make things better, that time, luck, or the right person will show up and fix everything. But life doesn't work like that. You can pray, hope, and plan all you want, but nothing changes until you do. The truth is uncomfortable, but freeing. Your success, your happiness, your healing, they all depend on you. When you take full responsibility, you stop giving your power away to circumstances or other people. You stop waiting for permission and start building the life you deserve. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's a gift. It means that you hold the key to change. It means that no matter how broken, tired, or stuck you feel, you have the power to shift your direction. The moment you stop blaming others or the past, you start creating space for transformation. You realize that your future isn't written yet. It's waiting for you to decide what happens next. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, action over excuses, and growth over comfort, you move one step closer to the person you're meant to be. Owning your life also means accepting that no one owes you anything. The world doesn't hand out rewards for potential. You can have the biggest dreams, but they mean nothing without action. Nobody is going to show up and hand you confidence, consistency, or success. You build those things one choice at a time. And yes, it's hard, it's uncomfortable. But that's the point. The path to a better life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to shape you into someone strong enough to handle it. When you realize that you're the only one who can change your situation, it's not scary. It's empowering. Because it means you're not helpless. You're not stuck. You don't have to wait for approval, resources, or timing. You can start now with what you have, where you are. Every successful person you've ever admired began by deciding that they were done waiting. They looked around, saw no one coming to save them, and said, "Okay, it's on me." That decision changes everything. Taking responsibility doesn't mean doing it all alone. It means leading your own life with courage. It means you're willing to do what others won't. You're willing to face the fear, put in the work, and build something real. Because at the end of the day, no one can stop you, but no one can save you either. It's all on you. And that's where your true strength begins. Every single setback you face is not the end of your story. It's a test to see how much you're willing to fight for the life you say you want. When things fall apart, when people leave, when plans crumble, that's when life is asking you, how bad do you really want it? And most people quit too early. They take the pain as a sign to saint up instead of seeing it as a signal to grow. The truth is, the moment you feel like giving up is usually the moment right before everything starts to shift. But most people never get there because they let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. When you face failure, rejection, or disappointment, it's easy to believe that it's a sign you're not meant for more. But that's not true. Growth doesn't feel like progress. It feels like pain. It's uncomfortable. It's frustrating. It's slow. But that's how strength is built. You can't evolve in comfort. Every setback, every loss, every no is refining you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. What you see as failure might actually be direction. Life isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. The challenge in front of you isn't meant to stop you, it's meant to shape you into the version of yourself who can handle what's next. Think about it. Every person who's ever achieved something great has been through seasons where they wanted to quit, but they didn't. They showed up when no one was watching. They kept going when no one was cheering. That's what separates the people who succeed from those who give up. Not luck, not talent, but persistence. Success isn't about how fast you get there. It's about how long you can keep going when it feels like nothing's working. You don't have to win every day, but you do have to keep showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when you don't see results yet. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that struggle means they're failing. Struggle means you're in the middle of becoming something more. You can't get to the next level without going through resistance. It's like lifting weights. Your muscles have to tear before they grow stronger. The same goes for your spirit. The pain you're feeling now is not permanent, it's progress in disguise. But you'll only see that if you refuse to give up. Because one day, all those sleepless nights, all those lonely moments, all that effort that no one else saw, it's going to make sense. You'll realize that every time you wanted to quit but didn't, you were building something unstoppable inside of you. You might not see it now, but the version of you that exists on the other side of this struggle is stronger than you can imagine. That's why you can't give up. You're not just fighting for today. You're fighting for your future self, for the person you're becoming. Keep pushing, keep believing. The pain won't last forever, but the strength you build from it will. You have to start looking at yourself as the foundation of everything you want in life. Because here's the truth. If you don't believe in yourself, no amount of support from anyone else will ever be enough. Self-belief is not something that appears overnight. It's something you build, one decision at a time. It's the moment you choose to trust yourself even when you have no proof that things will work out. It's when you silence the doubt in your mind that says, "What if I fail?" and replace it with, "What if I fly?" The greatest act of courage you can ever take is betting on yourself when the odds seem impossible. Too many people are waiting for permission. Permission to start, permission to be great, permission to believe that they are worthy. But nobody can give you that. Confidence doesn't come from someone else validating you. It comes from you proving to yourself, through action, that you can handle whatever comes your way. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, whether it's getting up early, finishing that project, or saying no to what doesn't serve you, you build trust with yourself. And that trust becomes your power. Because once you truly trust yourself, nobody can take that away from you. Believing in yourself is not arrogance. It's ownership. It's saying, "I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of." You stop asking for others to see your value because you already see it. You stop chasing approval because you no longer need it. The opinions of others become background noise when you're locked in on your vision. Self-belief creates a quiet confidence that can't be shaken, even when everything around you feels uncertain. It's not about thinking you'll never fall. It's knowing that even if you do, you'll rise again. Most people let fear decide their future. They let doubt convince them that they're not good enough, not ready, not capable. But the truth is, fear doesn't mean stop. It means go anyway. Every single person who has ever achieved something remarkable felt fear. They just didn't let it control them. They felt it, acknowledged it, and kept moving forward. And that's what you have to do too. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to trust that whatever happens, you'll figure it out along the way. Self-belief is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up as your full self, flaws and all, and deciding that you're enough right now. The moment you stop waiting to feel ready and start believing you already have what it takes, that's when everything shifts. Because when you believe in yourself deeply, you become unstoppable. The world starts to reflect back the energy you put out. People start to see you the way you see yourself. And the opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly start to find you. Believe first. Act second. Results always follow. One day, everything you're struggling with right now will make sense. The sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the self-doubt, the endless effort that no one else sees, one day it will all add up. You'll look back and realize that every setback was a setup, every delay was direction, and every challenge was building you into the version of yourself you were meant to become. But to get there, you have to keep going. You can't quit just because it's hard. You can't walk away because it's taking longer than you expected. You owe it to your future self to keep showing up, to keep fighting, to keep believing that this version of your life is not the final one. There's a future version of you who's proud you didn't give up. That person has the peace, confidence, and success you've been chasing. But the only way to meet that version of yourself is to keep moving. Through the discomfort, through the fear, through the uncertainty. You can't become who you're meant to be by staying comfortable where you are. Growth demands sacrifice. It asks for consistency even when motivation is gone. It asks for faith even when the outcome isn't visible yet. But what it gives in return is transformation. Most people stop just before their breakthrough. They stop when things get quiet, when the results don't come fast enough, or when they feel alone. But that silence is not a sign of failure. It's the space where strength is built. You are being tested, not to break you, but to build your endurance. Every single person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has a chapter of their story where they almost gave up. The only difference between them and those who didn't make it is that they chose to keep going. They decided that quitting wasn't an option. You have to remember that growth is not linear. Some days you'll feel unstoppable and others you'll feel like you're starting over. That's normal. What matters is that you never lose sight of why you started. Your why, the reason behind all this, is your fuel when things get tough. Because the truth is, you're not just doing this for now, you're doing this for the version of yourself who's still waiting on the other side of this struggle. The person who will wake up one day free, fulfilled, and thankful that you didn't give up when it would have been easier to walk away. When that day comes, you'll understand why it all had to happen the way it did. The tears, the failures, the doubts, they were never wasted. They were part of your preparation. So, hold on. Keep pushing. Keep believing in what you can't yet see, because one day you'll thank yourself for every hard day you didn't quit. You'll look back and realize that all this time you were becoming the person you always needed to be. The strength, the resilience, the peace. It's already growing inside you. All you have to do now is keep going. At some point in life, every single one of us reaches that moment where we wonder, is it even worth it? The doubts get loud, the progress feels invisible, and the temptation to quit creeps in. But I want you to understand something deeply. This exact moment is the turning point. This is where most people stop, but it's also where the few who change their lives forever decide to keep going. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not built by motivation, it's built by consistency. The quiet, unseen, relentless effort of showing up again and again, even when no one's watching. Life is not testing your ability to start, it's testing your ability to continue. Anyone can begin with excitement, but it takes strength to persist when excitement fades. You've made it through days you thought you wouldn't survive. You've handled pain you thought would break you. And if you've come this far, you already have what it takes to keep moving. Every setback is shaping you. Every failure is refining you. Every delay is strengthening your patience and resilience. One day, the version of you that's living the life you dream about will look back and thank you for every time you didn't quit, for every time you kept believing, and for every time you took one more step when it would have been easier to stop. So don't underestimate what's happening right now. This season is not punishment, it's preparation. You're being shaped for something bigger than the struggle you're in. So, hold on a little longer. Keep your head up. Keep your focus sharp. Don't chase validation, chase purpose. Don't seek comfort, seek growth. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that this very moment, this hard, uncertain, uncomfortable moment, was the beginning of your breakthrough. Thank you for being here today and giving me your time. I hope this message reminds you of your strength, your purpose, and your potential. If you're still fighting, if you're still showing up despite everything, I want you to know I see you and I'm proud of you. Keep going because your future self is waiting to thank you. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and remember, you're not done yet. The best chapters of your life are still being written. Thank you.